Good afternoon, good day, our fellow viewers. Compliments of the season. We wish you a happy new year from EduTAMS. Good morning, good afternoon, good day from whatever part of the country you are or whatever part of the world you are. It is another session of having our training, our webinars with every school owner. And this is from EduTAMS. I am Quinsley Ademola, the Digital Education Officer of EduTAMS. We all know what EduTAMS is, and for those that do not know, EduTAMS is a school management solution that simplifies the entire educational processes and makes it more simplified and more standardized. So today we are having another segment which is specifically for the private schools, which is getting started with the second term on EduTAMS. And today it promises to be fulfilling. We are going to be going all around our entire process for the new term. We understand that we've all resumed the second term of the session, and we know that some of our SPAs might be finding it a bit challenging to go through their process on their portal. So this is why this training is essential so we can all get our way around the entire portal. And also today, without wasting much of our time, I have an important guest who is well knowledgeable in that field, is an expert in that field, and is going to be taking us all through everything it is for us to know for the second term for us to get started properly. And we're also going to be receiving updates. However, without forgetting, please do like, share, and click the notification bell for you to get our notifications on our educational content so you don't get to miss anything that it is for you to know. So you get updated immediately as soon as you need to get updated. So please do like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Also, please do well by sharing this link to your fellow SPAs, your teachers. Share the link to them so they don't miss anything. And also, after the session, they can always come back to watch the video and get the knowledge they need to get. So, without any further ado, I have with me today in the house, we have our own customer support team lead for basic, which is Adeni Tohib. Adeni Tohib is in the building to enlighten us and to also broaden our horizon. Adeni Tohib, are you there? Are you in the building with us?
Yeah, I am. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Adini Toyib, the team lead for the customer support EduTAMS.
Oh, welcome. We are so glad to have you here in the building. So, how was it been at your hand? How was your celebration?
Celebration was quite okay. We give thanks to God for keeping our life all through the last year and this year.
Oh,
So we're
thank
looking
God.
forward.
We are grateful to God. So, without wasting our time, sir, we want to know. We resumed this session. We resumed the second term in the session, and we have so many questions. We have so many thoughts running through our SPA's mind on how they get started on their portal, so they can easily sort everything out and the term gets started. So we want you to just take us through the entire process because we know it is very seamless, and we know you are the one person who can do that for us. So please, sir, you have the floor, sir.
Yeah, talking about going through the process of creating a new term. Yeah, it's something that is not really that much. We are just going to take, as in going to take us, let's say, 3 to 4 steps in creating a new term. So, if I am to start, can I?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, yeah. On setting up a new session, we have a very, very vital things that we had to do. The first thing is to create a session term. Creation of a session term is needed. The first thing is we'll have to go to the session week manager. which is under our setup modules.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Which
Sorry for cutting you short, sir. So, are you going to be showing us the practical exam? Because some of us might not be able to follow up with you that way.
Yeah, I will show you the practical side, but I just want to see. I just want to go through the oral part,
All right.
which
Thank you
is
very much, sir.
the first thing is we'll have to go to our session week manager under the setup module. Under the setup mode. The setup module is located at the right, at the left sidebar of our portal. If you click on the setup, it's going to drop down a lot of modules. So we go directly under academics where we see our session week manager. So clicking on the session week manager is going to show us the the total numbers of session that we have on our portal. Let's say we join in last term, and last term is the first term. So it's going to show us the previous term, which is the first term. Then after that, we can see that we have not created the current term. So creation of the current term is going to give the impression to our portal that we wanted to create, as is we wanted to start business for this term. So creation of that term, that is of the second term, that is which is the active term. Creation of that term will be the first thing to do. By clicking on the action button, we'll find on our session term week manager. So after clicking on the on the action button, there it brings out the drop down which says set session term. So clicking on that button, so it takes us to where we are going to select the selection of the session, the term, and the status. We can set it by putting the status to be inactive because we have not created the subscription. Because after creation of a session term, we have to create the subscription so as to make the session term and the subscription to work together, because session term and subscription are working hand in hand. So after creation of that session term, the next step will be creation of the subscription plan. So creation of that subscription plan is going to show us, as in under the subscription plan, we are going to see the list of subscriptions that we have. So we can as well feel like we don't want to use the one we used last time, because last time we maybe, as in we just feel like, last time we are just here to test the system and we see that the system is okay, and uh we want to improve, or we want to add more to the modules that we used last time, so we can make an improvement in creation of an improved subscription plan. So by selecting the next, the improved subscription plan. So after creation of that subscription plan, we have to make it active so as to make that that session term active. So after doing both two, as in the both the session term and the subscription, after making both active, then we have to go directly to the subject registration, whereby we need to add student to the class. You know, it's just like our day-to-day activities in the school, where we have the new term, our students are coming into school, we have to register them into their various class. So here on our portal, there is a button that we have to click that will enroll all students into their class. So after clicking on that button, every student from first term will be enrolled into the next term. So we fulfilled both the creation of the new term the selection or subscription, then enrolling of students. Enrolling means it means to register students from last term to the present term and to their various classes. Then after that, we have to register subject for, register subject for our students, whereby many schools last time they really face a bit, as in a little issue in which some of those students, as in some of the students, were registered more subject than the one that than the subject that they should offer in a class. So this part I would emphasize mainly on that subject registration part, where you can register the accurate numbers of subject for each student. So here, maybe if here, let me now go back and show you the, let's say, the practical part. So if I can present this, as in, let me show you the practical part. Come in. I'm coming. I'm very sorry. I hope you can see my screen now. Here, let's see. Yeah, this is our school. We have opened our portal. We are in, let's say, we are in the previous term, which is the first term 2022-23. So we now want to create second term 22-23 and enroll our students. So this is the practical part of it. So the first thing is that we'll go to our setup. So under our setup, there we would see the session week manager. I hope you can see my screen very well.
Yes, sir, we can, sir.
Okay. So after clicking on the setup, we'll go to session week manager under our academics module. So clicking on the session week manager, the system is going to, I think this is a network issue. Okay, I'm very sorry. I think the network is back. Yes, it's back. We are on, yes, this is our first time. We are on first time. You can see that we now want to switch to a second term. Clicking on the session week module, it takes us directly to the session week where we can set the session for the term. So after clicking on that, it will take us to this interface. Then we click on this action button that is in front of manage session stroke 10. So clicking on this action button, you can see set session stroke 10, where we can set the module. Clicking on that is going to bring us session, term, and the status, where I said you select the session, which is 2022-23, then you select the term, which is the second term, and the status. You can set it active, you can set it inactive. So any of the one that you want. So after selecting, but after selecting, let's say you select the inactive, then you click on save. Then after that, here is my second term. I have created my second term, 2022-23, and it is inactive. The next thing I will do is I will go to subscription, where I need to create my subscription plan for the term. So clicking on the subscription, the system is going to take us directly to the subscription module. So the network is a bit slow. Network is a bit slow. I don't know why. Okay, this is my subscription module. Yes, this is the subscription module. So it's loading. Now you can see that I've already created for my first term, in which I've used previously. So I want to create for the second term, 2022-23. I'll click on this action button here in front of subscription, in front of this subscription. I'll click on this action button, then you click on new subscription, where it will take you to this modal, where you see select session, you select the term and the available plan that you want. The session, come in, you select the session, which is 2022-23. Then after that, you select your term. I have already created for the third, I mean for the second term. So you select the term that you wanted to create. Yeah, you want to create. I mean you want to create for. So I'm creating for the third term on my own school. Once I select the third term. Then I would select the population number of my school. If it is, if they are, let's say they are 200 and above, so I'm creating 200 and above, then I would I'll select for the term, which is, let's say, the plan that I want to do. I'm doing 155. So I wanted to create a plan for 155,000, which is I want the basic plus plus plan, whereby I want to access every module on EduTAMS seamlessly. And I want as in the tutu package. So after selecting the basic plus plus, I'll go down and I click on proceed. So after clicking on proceed, the system is going to recognize your action, whereby this is my plan. This is the second term. Then the next thing, after creating your subscription plan, the next thing to do, don't leave that page. You go in front of your subscription plan, you click on the action button in front of it. You would see proceed to payment. Once you click on this proceed to payment, there is going to take you directly to the page where you are going to pay for the subscription. Then after that, your school portal will be active instantly. Your school portal will be active instantly. So, come in. So, this is that's the first show I just created. I just showed was for the creation of the term and the subscription. So the next one you will be seeing now is how to enroll your students and how to register your students, and registration of subjects for students in a class. So the next one now is, let me now share the screen again. Yeah, I hope you can see it now. Hello, ma. Hello, I hope my screen, I hope I'm still live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and you can see my screen perfectly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Now, the first show I just presented was creation of the session term and the subscription plan. So the next one I will be showing will be the registration. That is the enrolling of students into the next class. I mean the next term, which is the active term. Now you can see I'm currently on the second term. So after creation of my second term, the next thing is for me to set the week. So the school opened January 9, then I'll generate for the 10. So once I generate, it's going to pick the correct time for me. And generate week is generating week for the whole of the term, the beginning of the term and the last week that the last week that the term is going to end. So this generate week is going to do that for you. Just set your resumption date. Then the next one I'll be showing will be student registration. This student registration is for me to enroll students from my previous term to the current term. So I'm clicking on my student registration module. So it's going to take me directly to the to the page. Then on that page, I'll have to enroll my student from the previous term to the current term. Then on that same page, I'm going to register subject to my student. Then, and I'm going to show you how to register student to the class. That is, yeah, there is a student that you just admitted into your school, and you want to add that student into a class, or there is a student that is found missing in the class on your portal, and you've already added that student before, or you remove a student from the class and you wanted to add that student back into the class so that the students can take part in the class activities on the portal. This is where you are going to do that. You are going to do that on your student registration. Sorry, the network is a bit slow.
Well done, Mr. Toyib. We understand that there is network is a peculiar situation in our dear country, Nigeria.
Okay.
So, but while the network is still loading, so I will just quickly ask: do you have any updates for us that is currently going on in EduTAMS Basic? Do you have any updates for us that I think we should know?
Yeah, currently on the portal, the latest update is that every schools, that is every private schools on EduTAMS portal in Ogun State should kindly do well to
Mm-hmm.
edit the names of their students. That is mostly the students in GSS 3 that are about to do Beke right now. They should
Okay.
kindly edit the name to the right name, because if there
Okay.
is a mix up whereby we have maybe they mix a letter in the name of a student, or they had to bring in the third name in place of the first name, the student, I mean, the school is going to pay dearly for that, because they will have to do a data update in which it's going to come. I mean, it's going to be in contact with this the ministry, that is with the Ogun State Ministry. So I think that part will be a bit tedious for the school. But the best thing for the school to do right now is to just edit that name before synchronizing the student, or before using that name to register for the current or the incoming Becker registration that is coming right now.
Okay, I think on my thoughts though, I think updating the students' details shouldn't even be only for the Ogun State schools. I think it should be a general thing, because we do not it won't be a nice, it won't be ideal for a student to come out with a wrong name. So I feel generally it should be a norm that every student's name and details should be accurate, currently and correct.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
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 I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
that's my
it's
thoughts
true.
though.
It's true. It the old school, that is every school that is on our portal, should kindly and dearly edit the names of their students to the right name.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the reason
So
why I emphasized on the schools in Ogun State is because of the forthcoming Becker registration, and really, I that's why I emphasized mainly on the JSS 3 students, because
okay.
they'll be the one facing that error.
That challenge, okay. So I think as regards the Becker registration, we understand that it's going to be coming in a new dimension, something that has never happened before, and it is going to be seamless this time, because EduTAMS is empowering that up, and it's going to come through, because we and what Mr. Toy was basically just emphasizing on is that in order for those children, those students, those learners not to have issues later in future, so it's better that they correct their details now, that is attached to their LIN, that is the learner identification number. So, and before the by the time the Becker registration is up, of course we are going to update, and that is one of the reasons why we are telling you to please click the notification bell, like and share, and also subscribe, so you get the notification as soon as the updates drops. You're going to be getting the notification on this channel. And I think that's about that.
Yes,
We
yes, yes.
Okay, so
The
Mr. Toib, is the page, is your
yes, the page
network
is
back?
back.
Your
The page
network
is
is
back.
back. Oh, all right, good. So just shoot, sir.
All right. Yeah, I am talking about the student registration. Now I am on the student registration page. So, I mean, for you to locate the student registration page, it's still under this our setup module. If you click on the setup module, it is the last module under our setup module. That is the last sub module under our setup module. Clicking on this student registration, it will take you to this page where you see manage registration or manage student registration. Here you can see that I'm having 0 to 2 number of students. That is 0 to 2 registered students, 0 male, 0 female, nothing here. So for me to enroll, that is to bring my students from the previous term to this current term, you can see this button there, register all students to current term. Clicking on this button, automatically it's going to bring those students from previous term to this term, and it will register them automatically into their various classes. That is the classes that they maintain, that is the classes that they were in the first term. So it's going to maintain that same class in the second term. So after doing that, you just have to reload this page. So after reloading, yeah, you reload the page. Then after that, you find out that all students is now registered on the on your portal. That is, all your students from first term, they are now registered in the second term on your portal. So the next thing to do is, you can see now that I have 20 students, that is 20 registered students. I have 10 male, 10 female. So these are my students in my own school. So after doing that, the next thing to do is to register subject for my student. Like I want to register subject for them. I would first of all go to setup, go to class subject manager, where I needed to check those subjects that I have for my classes. If if those subject is correctly selected, yeah, I made use of 5 subjects where I have maths, English, civic education, the social studies, and the CCA. Here I have my 5 subjects. If I wanted to add any other subject, I'll come here. I want to add more, which is I want to add, let's say I'm adding economics. I want to add economics. So I see I can't find economics here. I'll come here, click on this button, and add economics back. So I wanted to add economics. Here you can see that it has searched the economics from my subject bank. Every subject here, every subject that you can find here is just inside the bank. And this part is where you select subject from the subject bank. And any subject that you select here is already adding your into the selected class that you want to use. I mean, you want the classes that you want to use this subject for, that you wanted to register this subject for. That's that particular class. So I am registering math, English, civic, social studies, cultural and creative arts, and economics to junior secondary school in my portal. So I have selected it. Then you see save all button. Before you can do that, you have to enter the pass mark. I've entered 50 as my pass mark here. So I click on save all. After that, I have saved the subject I want. Then the next thing is I'm going back to my student registration page. Now I want to register subjects for all my students. I'll have to click on this action button here. This action button, you can see that it have a lot of option. So you pick on manage student courses. I would click on manage student courses. So here you can see that I have my junior secondary and I have my JSS1. Under my JSS1, these are my 12 students in JSS1. And you can see that everything here is in red, which is I have not registered subject for them. If I want to register the whole of this subject for the students, I would click on register subject for all students in this particular class. Clicking on this button is going to register that subject for only the students in this class. So if I feel like some of them are not doing economics that I want to remove for them, I'll click on this button, click on that. Yes, this person, Jinadu Kikelomo, is not doing economics. Then let me say Queensley, Tiami Bengatu is not doing economics. So that is how to deregister subject. Then if I feel like no, I want to deregister for all of them, they are not doing this. Once I click on this button, you can see remove cultural and creative art for all students. If I pick yes, which is I'm removing for everybody, but if I pick no, I'm not removing for them, but I will pick yes. Let's see what will happen. You can see that it has deregister for all of them. But if I feel like no, I want to register it back, I'll click on this mark button, which is green. This that looks like Nike, then Nike logo. Once I click on that, you can see register cultural and creative art for all students. Once I click on yes, I'm registering everything. So the same thing applies to my economics. I'm registering everything. Then I have registered subject for all my students. Then the next thing I'm about to do is to show us how to add student to class. That is, if you have removed a student in a class before, let's say, or there's a student in that class or in your school that you've uploaded excess, and you now feel like, no, 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 like, some of them is not in this class. I want to remove them. Let's say me now, this Adebayo or Mobilale Azizat is no more, is not in GSS 1, and I feel like, or the student has left my school, and I want to remove that student. If I click on this button, the action button in front of that student, you can see remove from class. Remove from class does not mean that you are deleting that student entirely from your school. You can't delete a student a student in your school, because the student have I mean the students have already have a, let's say, have a record in your school. That is, the information of that student is already in your school portal right from the day that the student joins you in your school. So you cannot delete the student totally from your portal. The only thing you can do is to just remove that student from your class. So after that, you remove the student. Once I remove that student, I won't find that student anymore. The student is no more in our school. You can see that it has reduced to 19. Then I now feel like, okay, I have another student that is already in my portal, but is not showing here. And I wanted to add that student back. I'll click on this action button, add student to class. Clicking on add student to class, then it take me to this interface. I'll select the study mode, which is day or burden. Then I'll select the program I want that student to be, or where the student is going. After the program, I'll select the class. Then after the class, the class is GSS 1. Then I have the student pay category. Then after that, I would now go and search for the name of that student, which is Adebayo Mobolale Azizat. This is the student. The student. Once I click on that, I'll click on the name of the student. Then you can see save. Clicking on save is going to add the student back into my class. You can see Adebayo Omobolale Azizat. So I now have 20 registered students back into my portal. So that is that on how to create a new term, creation of the subscription module, registration of students to the new term, adding students to class, then registration of subject to all students. Thank you very, very much.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Toy Badeni. It's so nice. Thank you so much for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. However, we are going to be going on a 2 minute short break before we come back and bring you more exciting content and more knowledgeable content. Please stay with us. You're welcome. You're welcome, our viewers. You're welcome. Thank you for staying tuned with us. And I hope we've all learned one or two things. So, but before we go into our questions, I still have one more thing for Mr. Adeni Toib to just enlighten us about. Mr. Toib, we are aware of sinking into Ojisera, which is the new norm. So we wouldn't mind because most of us don't really know much about it. So we won't mind if you can just give us a glimpse on singing to Ojisara, because you and I, we've been talking about our GSS3 students that need to sync their data so that they can easily register for their upcoming Becker registration that is coming up soonest. So, but we need Edfront, we need you to just show us a guideline, a way where we can easily sync our students' details into Ojisara from our EduTAMS platform. So, and before Mr. Toib takes us through that through what I just suggested, please kindly click on this link that you can see on the screen in the comment section. So please drop your feedback and what you would want us to talk about, the content you would really want us to discuss with you, or you want us to reach out to you. You need our one-on-one customer support. And also, this is also an important update also that I need to share with us all. That is, if you really want to drop your complaints, kindly do that via the help desk. And how do you get the help desk? On your portal, there is an headset icon on your portal. Either you are a student, you're a teacher, you're an administrator, you're a parent, there is an ed desk headset icon. I repeat, headset icon, something like this, that is on your portal, and it's at the bottom right corner of your portal. So kindly click on it and it is going to lead you through the help desk, and it is seamless. You can easily go through it and a customer support will attend to you and treat your issues should in case you have any. Either, and this is not only for the EduTAMS Basic, either you're on EduTAMS Basic or you're on EduTAMS Essential. An example of EduTAMS Essential is the Ojisera platform. So if you are on any of our platform and you need our support, kindly click on the headset icon you can see on your portal and a customer support representative will attend to you. So, Mr. Back to Mr. Toib, Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Denisa, can you just give us something on the syncing of our data, our students' data, into the OG Sarah platform? And also, Sam, before you also move, I have something also that I really need to ask you. So, there's this saying of the Ojisera platform, the EduTams platform. You can just our datas are not safe and secured, and they can just take our datas into the government platform anyhow. So I really want to ask you: is my data secured? Is it individualized? Is it personalized to me? Or because I want to sync my data to Ujisera, my platform is opened. It's open end to the government. So I really want you to just answer my question, please, before you take us
Okay.
round. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Mrs. Miss Queensley.
Yes,
Based
please.
on your question, you said because you wanted to sink into Ojisera, so you are now thinking that all your information on the portal is being exposed. Let's say exposed to the government or exposed to people. No, it is totally no, because our platform is not to be accessed by any other person except the owner and the SPA of that school. Because the reason why it is like that is that business wise we don't share anything, even because the password of a school or the login details of a school portal, it's very, very, very vital and complicated to the company and the owner of that. Except the owner of that school or the SPA expose the password to any other person else. So our system is very, very, very secured. In fact, most secured network or platform ever, because I have used a lot of platforms. So if we are talking of EduTAMS platform is very, very secured.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toib. That means, in a nutshell, it is what I want the government to see that the government is going to see. It
Yeah.
is what I sync. It is the data
Yes.
I choose to
The
sync
only yeah
from my
yeah
own
yeah
platform. That
yeah
is what
the
the
government
government have
access.
access to. So that
Yes.
means my platform is safe and my data is secured.
Very, very,
All
very,
right.
very secured and
All right.
safe.
Thank you so much for that. So please
So
just kindly enlighten us on the syncing before we leave, sir.
yeah. The reason why the sinking or no sinking comes on is that the government just wanted to know the total number, let's say the total number of the students in the states. That is where the coming of sinking of all students into Ojishara comes from. And
Oh, sorry, sir. Before I cut you short, that means, is this syncing particular to just Ogun State schools or general?
no, 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 it's only for
Because
the state schools.
we
As
are
of now.
aware that EduTAMS does not only run in Ogun State, it
Yeah.
runs
It
it runs
runs
all
everywhere in Nigeria. In
everywhere,
fact, outside
and not
Nigeria.
only Nigeria. Yes,
Yes,
so
yes. In
I
fact,
will
outside
really need you to
Nigeria as well.
specify
Yes, this sinking is based and only based in Ogun State for now
as
because
government
that
approved schools in
yes,
Ogun State.
yes, the
All
government
right,
have
sir.
approved in Ogun State because that is what the Ogun State government are really, as in the project that the Ogun State government are working on right now, is that they wanted to have the total number of students in Ogun State, both primary, secondary, and both private and public. Are you getting it? So that is where the synchronization of students from from private school into the OGSERA is coming from. And the reason why I would as well and plead to our schools in the primary and private, the junior secondary school, which is a private junior secondary school, is that if you are, in fact, all schools in Ogun State, please and please and please, this time around you will have to sync students into OGSERA. Before you sync your students into the OGSERA platform, kindly check the information of your student very well. If it is correct, and if the information is not correct, do well and be kindly to edit that information. So after editing to the right and to the right information, then you can now sync the student into the Ogisero platform. Because if you are not editing them, or if you are not editing the names into the right name, it will affect the student, whereby the school that sync that information is going to pay dearly for the updating of data for those students. So that is the main reason why I'm pleading now for all schools in Ogun State. They should kindly check the information very well. Then after that, you are good to go to sync to Ojisera. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tohib. Thank you so much. It's a nice chat session with you, and we are really grateful for the privilege given to us because we know how busy your schedule is.
You're
So
welcome.
we do not know if we have questions in the in the comment section. Please, if you do have a question in the comment section, kindly do well by dropping them in the comment section. Please do well by dropping them in the comment section. And also, if you know you need to reach us, please, on your portal, kindly click the headset icon and it will direct you to our help desk. And there is a customer support representative ready to answer you, ready to treat your issue and take care of anything that is wrong with that problem. So, Mr. Toib, do you have any other thing to tell us?
Yeah,
Do you have any other thing to tell us?
I would want to emphasize on the lodging of issues. If I want to plead with everybody, both the, because anybody can lodge in issue through the portal. So I mean through the help desk portal. So if you feel like you want to lodge in any issues, kindly attach the name of your school and your URL so that the issue that you are lodging can be traced and checked
Tracked.
carefully. So kindly attach the name. If you attach the name and the URL, either the name or the URL, just attach to the if I mean to the issues that you are logging in to the help desk. So from there, we are going to answer your question. And do well, kindly check back that mail. That is your mail. Because if we are replying your help desk, you the our reply is going directly back into your mail. So kindly check your mail time to time whenever you lodge in any complaint.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for this updates. So we are grateful. Thank you so much. So one more thing, let me just re-emphasize. So the Becker registration is going to be coming up soon. Please do well to check your data of your datas if they are correct before syncing them. Because if you do not do that, you're going to do a change of data for them, and that attracts a particular fee. So and also please we plead that you go to your you set up your second term, so it is going to be easier for you when you want to start uploading your quizzes and every single thing. And also if you have issues, kindly complain to the help desk and there is somebody that will be waiting there to answer you. And also let me add this, please note that your EduTAMS portal is not only meant for results. We have the digital resources part of it, which we are going to be coming going forward. We are going to be handling each and every of this, whereby we can also treat them one after the other. Please do not only use it for result processing only. Kindly use it to enhance your
we
learning
have a lot.
outcomes in your school. You have the bursary, you have the digital resources,
Live
you have the
classes.
attendance, we have the live classroom, the video resources, we have a partnership with FET the
More
simulations. So it's
message.
loaded, it is loaded. And please, you can use all of this to help your students become better persons in the future. So since we have thought we've discussed all of this, and Mr. Toy, we don't have any other updates for us, so we are going to be signing out. And once again, thank you so much to our viewers. We are grateful. We thank you for always tuning in. Also, please do kindly click and like, also click the notification bell, and also share our updates. Thank you so much, because you are here anytime we are here, we want to have our sessions. So we have come to the closing and the wrapping up. Once again, I am Queensley Ademola, the Digital Education Officer for EduTAMS.
Yeah.
Please do have a
Thank
great day.